Folks, it's always a good time to remember to say F any company that does surveillance. F them. F them. I don't trust them. I don't like it. Get it out of here. Surveillance just feels so adjacent to anti-freedom that we hate it. We hate it here at the Church of Freedom. Okay? So Palantir can kick rocks. Kick rocks because they're pro-surveillance and they're anti-freedom. They just are. So this is good. Sadiq Khan blocks $50 million Met Police deal with Palantir, especially when you have the forces that are supposed to be, arresting criminals, bad guys. They're in police being in a responsible position, a position in society that needs the most responsibility because you're supposed to be keeping society in order and punishing bad people. And you're not supposed to be surveying at all. You're just supposed to be keeping the society in a calm state, in a measured state, so that things can continue to move forward in the most normal way possible while still protecting freedoms, civil freedoms that we all deserve to have. Human rights, okay? So we don't like when the Palantirs of the world, who are scummy and anti-freedom, are teaming up with police and cops anywhere. So this is good. This is good that Sadiq Khan did this. Now, I have a lot of you brain-dead people out there who say, Sadiq Khan is bad because he's on the left and he's a Muslim. You're stupid and wrong. That's what you are. You're stupid and wrong. Because you should be judging anything anybody does based on the merits of what they're doing. And blocking Palantir from working with police is good. Why is it good? Because Palantir is mass surveillance. That is just inherently anti-freedom. Now, surveillance itself, in certain ways when we discuss, doesn't have to be anti-freedom. I don't like the word surveillance at all. But there can be times where you have proof of something that might be going on, actual proof of something that might be going on, and then you survey because of that or this or that. But just mass surveillance to survey people is garbage. And you know that's what Palantir brings. You just know. So big ups to Sadiq Khan. Good for him. We don't care what ideology he is. We don't care what beliefs he has. We don't care. We look at what he's doing on a case-by-case basis, and this case is good. This case feels pro-freedom because of what Palantir brings, and especially with what Palantir brings as they try to marry up with police in society. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Police have a tremendous responsibility to balance civil rights and freedoms that all people should have with keeping order. And that's why it's difficult being a cop. I think it is. Because you shouldn't be infringing on people's freedoms they deserve to have, civil rights. But you do still have to keep order in some ways. And so that's tricky, okay? I get that. I admit that. But mass surveillance completely tramples on the side of the freedoms should be respected for human beings. Completely tramples on it. And so we reject it. We absolutely reject it. We're not doing that. That makes no sense. We don't care. The amount of times I've heard cops or people come out and say like, well, mass surveillance is good because we'll just catch everything, completely takes away from the other side of the conversation about freedoms that we deserve to have. Privacy we deserve to have. Like, no, we're not going to just have surveillance everywhere. We're not going to do that. Well, in a lot of places it's happening because the powers that be don't give a shit about what regular people think. But we reject that. We just reject that, man. Mass surveillance is trash, bro. Throw it in the garbage. Anti-freedom. Well, you'd miss some criminals and this and that. It's like society seemed to be just fine back in the day when we didn't have the technology to survey. I don't want to say just fine. Let me fix that. There's no like just burning down of society because you didn't have the technology to do mass surveillance back in the day. Like there wasn't some like big issue because you didn't have mass surveillance. No, we had cops back in the day. They did their thing, and you're supposed to respect civil liberties and freedoms people should have, and you just make that work. And it's not perfect. Nobody says it's perfect, but like, this sucks. Good for Sadiq Khan. And I need more leaders to say, no, Palantir, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're not going to let you, a mass surveillance company with mass surveillance technology in this day and age, just pair up with cops. No. No. And by the way, fuck your flock cameras. They suck, and we don't care. And we don't care because we want our freedoms. Of course, we want order in society. And of course, there's a balance to be had. And of course, that's why the police have a difficult job. But that doesn't mean you trample all over our civil rights and freedoms that we should all be guaranteed to have. And privacy we should be guaranteed to have in this day and age. So good for Sadiq Khan. I don't even need the details. This is just good. I don't care. I don't care. Palantir's mass surveillance, marrying them with police, bad. No, we're not doing that. Or we shouldn't be doing that. And that's always going to be our take here. So thanks for stopping by and subscribe for more wisdom.